Good afternoon, everybody. How y'all doing? Y'all sound super asleep right now. Like, how y'all feeling? Y'all good?
Is alive?
Excellent. Well, my name is Ravion Reed.
My name is Rajesh Shekhar, and today we represent subtle inner awareness, okay? Awareness, in other words, known as mindfulness, okay? So we're gonna build up on subtle inner awareness and really talk about an inner environment. So being aware of and maintaining your inner environment.
And hip-hop, on the other hand, is all about expression, right? Hip-hop gives you the opportunity to be creative, to be free, and to flow. And it gives you a voice. So what we're gonna do today is talk about how these two things together create what you guys would probably call critical consciousness. So critical consciousness is basically being mindful of who you are as a person and also being aware of what's going on with you in your neighborhood, your community, the city, the state that you are in. Let's talk about yoga for a second.
So the yogic approach to develop critical consciousness has to do with alignment of the spine. We've all heard about 7 chakras, but not everyone necessarily knows what those really, refer to. So the lower 3 chakras have to do with self-preservation, survival, reproduction. It has to do with maintaining an inner awareness and also an awareness of your environment outside of you. When you're aware of this, it leads to a certain peace of mind when you understand yourself and your identity. That peace of mind leads to the heart chakra opening up. Heart chakra has to do with unconditional love. And love leads to being mindful of what unifies every human being and every piece of living on earth, and that leads to critical consciousness.
Now, hip-hop. Who like hip-hop here? I got some hands in here, man. You feel me? So hip-hop is really about the community. Who agrees? Who agrees? Right? When you think about hip-hop, you got to go back to the essence. You got to go back to the late 70s, early 80s, when hip-hop was created. Who knows where hip-hop was created? You super close. The Bronx. What you give it up for her? Give it up for her for saying the Bronx one time. Excellent. Right? So hip hop was created in the Bronx. Hip hop was created by kids that Latinos, African American kids who probably would have studied the piano, the viola, the cello, the trumpet, my instrument of choice, right? But unfortunately, due to financial circumstances and the condition of the neighborhood that they lived in, they were unable to do so. So they took something like a record, probably like 2-3 seconds of a record, learned how to loop that, put drums under it, and created something that the world loves today, which is hip hop. Now you may say, how does that deal with critical consciousness? It really deals with you being aware of your community. Who ever heard of Grandmaster Flash before? We got some hip hop heads in here. Grandmaster Flash, first song, he said a line that said, broken glass everywhere. People using the restroom on the corner like they just didn't care, right? He was really talking about the community that he was living in. Hip-hop gave him a voice to speak that. And that is exactly what hip-hop does for kids that read mindfulness, critical consciousness, and that go through Kinetic Vibez.
Who does it remind you of?
You know what? I have a student. I used to have a student. Well, I have a student now. His name is Dante. When I say Dante, I only got to say, hey, Dante, all right? Dante.
Hey, Dante.
Hi, y'all. How y'all doing?
He's a cool cat.
That's Dante, right? So Dante is my student now. However, I teach 5th grade, by the way, 5th grade reading. Where my reading teachers at? I don't know, okay? So Dante, he was telling me about his teacher last year, right? So Dante, he's a pretty good student. He does his work. He's got a discipline problem, but he has some issues at home that affects his progress in being successful in school.
And today, these issues have really caused Dante to miss the bus. So what happens is that in Dante's head, he knows that this has been more of a frequent occurrence lately, and he knows that his teacher is going to get on his case. So it kind of starts building this anxiety.
Now, I have to admit, right, as a teacher, I have kind of talked to my students like, man, you missed again. Why did you miss? How many of you guys do that? Exactly, right? So it is important for us to be aware of what the kid is going through, right? Unfortunately, Dante has some living circumstances that caused him to be late to school all the time. But the teacher that he was with really didn't understand. So when he would come to school late, he knew that he would get scolded for coming to school late.
And when he gets scolded, to add on to it, the other kids in the class see this. Has anyone ever been bullied? Has anyone ever been bullied? I know I did, right? So everyone knows that bullying is really a reality when it comes to schools. So what happens is that when the kids see that Dante gets scolded, the bully in the class takes advantage and gets on Dante as well. This really, really leads to Dante's anxiety, stress, frustration levels skyrocket.
Now, let's think about this. Dante missed the bus, right? Dante also got scolded by his teacher. The bully picked on him. Guess what else happened? It's testing day, right? So when you have all those three things come in on you, you can only imagine how you're going to do during the test. Now, Dante is a pretty good student, right? He's not one of those students that you got to constantly remind to study or to do anything. He comes and asks me for extra help, right? So he's not a bad student, but the compound of all those things that happen cause him to have severe test anxiety.
Yeah, I know that I've studied for tests pretty, in advance and everything, feeling confident right before I go in. But sometimes when I sit down, my mind just goes blank. Everything goes somewhere, I don't know. And I'm just like, what do I do? What do I do? It really, really makes me anxious.
Now, we've seen this firsthand after Harvard. How many of you guys are from Houston? Any Houston people in the building? We're the only one. Interesting. So, you guys all heard about Harvard, right? But we noticed that on the news, that when they were interviewing people, they were interviewing adults, right? And these adults seem to be frightened out of their minds. I mean, they just walk home, all this stuff, right? But one thing that we didn't see was them interview kids.
So we saw that adults, grown-ups, as you might say, experienced physical, emotional, mental damage and loss. Well, kids went through those same losses, right? If adults are scared, how do you think kids feel? But were they given a platform? Were they really given a voice to express themselves and really cope? They weren't. So that actually allowed us to develop a school supply giveaway so that we could actually, address physical, emotional, mental needs for those students.
So during this program, we had students do a plethora of things, such as yoga. We had the little kids doing yoga. And we also had face paint and balloon art. These are things that the kids could be involved in, and they could talk about it, and they could kind of just relieve that stress that they had from going through Harvard. So from that, we figured out that there's 5 things that we can do as educators to instill a sense of mindfulness in our students almost instantly.
Yep. So these 5 tips are going to instantly increase mindfulness within you, your students, and your classroom atmosphere. Okay, so tip number 1, yoga has to do with breath. The breathing is directly correlated to your thoughts. If you ever think about whenever you're panicking, fight or flight, whenever you're stressed out, your breathing also starts becoming more and more rapid, shortness of breath, rapid breathing. So the breath and the thought are directly related. Whenever you're calm, cool, and comfortable, your breathing is also calm, cool, and comfortable, right? So we've developed, the first step is something that we like to call the calm hum. So I'm going to ask everyone to participate with me right now, all right? Take the tip of your tongue and touch it to the upper soft palate. So it's the smooth part towards the back of the roof of the mouth, okay? Touch it there and keep it there. Now close your teeth slightly and close your mouth, okay? What we're going to do is inhale through the nostrils, close our eyes, and hum 3 times. Let's inhale and begin. Keep your eyes closed, inhale, vibration from the chanting all throughout the body in subtle ways. Keep a slight smile on your face. Notice the calm in the mind and the steady meditative breathing you've now adopted. Let's take an inhalation. And as you exhale with a smile and a few gentle blinks, you can open your eyes. This technique is a really great way to battle anxiety, test anxiety, or depression, or generally just calm you down. Okay? Step number 2, or tip number 2, student posture. We call it being straight up, keeping things straight up and down. Okay? So you want to keep the posture straight. Have you ever noticed that body language really communicates much more than verbal communication, right? So if someone is nervous, or if they're not confident in themselves, or if they are confident in themselves, all of these have different postures with them, right? So the idea here is that if our mental state is expressed through our body, that means the way we position our body conversely affects our mental state, right? So whenever you sit up straight and keep the trunk, the neck, and the spine aligned, all of these actually leads to greater alertness and clear-headed thinking. So if you're standing up, go ahead and stand up straight, engage the core, bring your shoulders back, your chest forward, and look forward, all right? And line your spine. If you're sitting down, I'm gonna ask you to come to the edge of the seat. Come to the very edge of the seat, okay? And stand up, not stand up, but sit at the very edge of the seat. You'll feel a subtle awareness kind of comes. Your spine has to be straight, right? So posture automatically kind of starts making different changes within your body. You start noticing these changes. Tip number 3 is called the focus touch. Has anyone ever seen Shark Tank over here? Right? Oh my God, yeah. So David John, he's always like this, right? So it's just like, looks very focused, all right? It's not a gimmick, there's actually a science to this. So within the yogic system, we understand that each of the 5 fingers represents an element. And the way that we position or touch the fingers together helps to change the electrical functioning within the nervous system. So I'm gonna ask everybody to go ahead and touch all your fingers together like this, all right? Go ahead and sit up straight or stand up straight. Align your posture, be straight up. And let's do one calm hum, all right? Close your eyes, let's take an inhalation through the nostrils. Touch the tip of the tongue to the upper soft palate, close the teeth, the mouth, and let's hum. Keep your eyes closed. And with a smile and a few gentle blinks, go ahead and open your eyes. Okay? Within less than a minute, you became able to be aware and maintain your inner environment.
Excellent. So, when it comes to hip-hop, one of the things that really attracted me to hip-hop music were the names of the rappers and the producers and the DJs that were out making music, right? So, this next activity that we like to do with the children is called Who Am I? This gives the children the opportunity to, one, do some self-exploration, to figure out what do you like. What things are you special at? Do you like hot dogs and Takis? Do you like to play
Hockey?
hockey? That's right. That's pretty good. So when you look at the names of hip-hop artists, they kind of represent who they are. Like Grandmaster Flash, right? It always makes me wonder, could he run fast or was he just in love with comic book? Right? You never know. So what we want to do right now is do the activity called Who Am I? All right? Some of you guys have some note cards at your table. Some of you guys have some note cards at your table. If you have a note card, raise it up real high so I can see. Excellent, excellent. Sorry, you guys, who didn't get note cards. Next time, we'll do it next time. Hopefully you guys who have note cards also have something to write. And if you do, we're with it right now. Okay? So I'm going to give you guys about 1 minute right now to think about what are some things that make you special, right? Are you tall? Do you have a stutter like me, right? Do you like to eat fun, right? What do you like? So think right now for a minute, what do you like? What makes you unique? And we'll come back in a minute, starting now. 30 more seconds. I think, teacher system time is like super quick. You're like 15 seconds, it'd be like 5 seconds. At least for me, at least.
They've got flashcard anxiety right now. It's a
Right.
good thing we taught them the compound.
Start finishing up your thoughts. When I say vibes, I want you guys to put your pens down. Put your pens down. Vibes. It worked. It's amazing. It takes like 3 weeks for my kids. All right, so now you guys have your attributes, correct? Now I'm going to spend 1 more minute with you guys combining some of those things that make you special into your own hip-hop name, okay? Into your own hip-hop. This is going to be hilarious. We're going to be sharing out here pretty soon, okay? So when I say vibes, go. Vibes. Think. What can you combine? Oh, I can already hear the names right now. Oh, yeah. I can already hear the names right now. And I'm doing teacher time right now. And stop. Okay. Excellent. Do we have anybody that wants to share out? Anybody that wants to share out?
There you go.
Just give it up for her one time. Share it out.
My hip-hop name is A+.
Hey,
nice.
That's okay.
Beautiful. Why A+?
Well, my name is Anna, and I'm like very type A, and I have control issues, and I'm working with it. That's why I'm here.
Go. So give it up for A+.
Yes.
That's A+. We have one more. Here we go. Give it up for her. I like to clap. I do this in class all the time. Congratulations.
Build energy.
MC Read a lot.
That's right.
MC, read a lot.
That's her identity.
I like that. That's pretty dope. So you may be asking, how is this going to work, right? This really increases. This is something that I would do during my first week of class. When you're trying to start to get to know your students, right? This basically creates a strong classroom culture because one, it gives the students the opportunity to be creative. It also gives an opportunity to the students to kind of explore who they are. And it also gives an opportunity for them to share out so that you may learn something about your students that you wouldn't know if you just had a conversation with them, right? So that is who am I. Next one is the house that hip-hop builds. Say it with me real quick. The house that hip-hop builds. I want everybody to say it one more time. The house that hip-hop builds. Now, this is an amazing activity. I do this activity to teach about the origins of hip-hop. So I shared earlier how hip-hop was started in the late 70s, early 80s, and it started in the Bronx, in the hood, right? So what we do is we separate students into 3 different groups, okay? One group, we give an abundance of materials. Guess what the materials is, y'all? Who? You say Jell-O cups and graham crackers? Oh, no. It's actually toothpicks and marshmallows, right? Then we give the middle group just enough to complete the task, right? Then we give the last group broken toothpicks, half marshmallows, things that would make it virtually impossible for them to complete the task. However, after 10 minutes, you have the people that have the abundance of marshmallows and toothpicks. They have built like a 6-bedroom house. They got 4-car garage, a chimney with marshmallow smoke coming out. It's crazy, right? Then the middle group has a pretty nice house, right? But magically enough, the group that we gave broken toothpicks to, right? They created a house as well. It's amazing, right? It's amazing what the mind can do when you're left with just a little bit of something. I use this to teach how hip-hop was brought about. So they can, one, understand the origins of what we're about to learn, right? And also see the global impact of something so, how can I say, I want to say small, but something like hip hop that was started from just humble. So something like that to make something that is now a worldwide phenomenon. Everywhere you look, you see hip hop. I was watching an Oreo commercial and they're playing Biggie Smalls. I was like, oh, it's crazy. So the house that hip hop built teaches them also that you may not be the smartest kid in the class. You may not have all the stuff that the other kids have, but through hard work, dedication, you can achieve what hip hop did, right? You can make an impact globally. Now, what we're gonna do right now is show a quick video of what we did last summer when we did a GT camp for Brookline Elementary School in Houston Independent School District.
Let's check out Kinetic Vibez in action.
Is it? It didn't? Just look at the picture. The music is nice too. We're going to just run it for the sake of time.
Get the sound going.
Oh, what we do? Oh, there we go. Excellent. Back. Say what's up to Dante one more time. Hey, right, do it home. Here we go. She's saying that she likes how you get to meet new people, right, through the program. And she says how she likes to make the music. She's 10 years old. He's going to 5th grade. She's 11. Right? She likes to make beats because she loves music, she says.
He loves recording.
He likes recording his voice. She said that you can use it to calm down. And she wished that she had it when she was taking the STAR test, right? Because it helps out a lot. It calms her down and relieves that test anxiety.
Yoga helps her calm down, really helps a lot. Makes her feel great.
Right. That was that. So, thank you. So let's do a quick little recap real quick with our 5 tips. First tip.
Student breathing is covered with the calm hum.
Second tip.
Student posture is covered with being straight up.
Third tip.
Student focus is covered with the focused touch.
Fourth tip. Identity is key. Who am I? Self-exploration. 5. The house that hip-hop built. Know the roots. Know what you can do when you are with your back up against the wall. Right? And
we do have something coming up.
Yeah, so this summer we're going to be doing Vibe Camp, Houston 2018. We partnered with Microsoft Store in Houston, Ableton, Chaotic Eyeball, and the Houston Health Museum to do the camps all summer, right? So if you guys want to talk to us, have any questions, we'll be here.
I'm more than happy. Come by with us.
No doubt. Thank you very much.
Thank you.